So what do we got today, folks? We got 5 of us in here, and we have a drop ball day, we're going to call it. So we have these drop balls, or little sandy filled balls, whatever these are, these little medicine drop ball things. So we each have a ball, maybe 2, depending on the exercise we're going to do, or the movement. And it's all about the ball today, right? So I got thinking to myself, I'm doing a bunch of construction stuff today. I want to do movements that I wouldn't normally do all day. And so this is going to give us a wide variety of different moves with the ball. It's going to wind up being a lot of reps.
Seems to me it's very core.
Yeah, there's lots of core. There's lots of upper body. There's some leg. We did a pretty heavy leg practice yesterday. We ran the stairs and we sprinted, right? So that was a pretty intense leg practice. Lots of cardio. Today's primarily upper body with some leg in it for sure, right? So without further ado, what we have is 13 moves that we're going to go through. We've picked adult reps and the young ones reps, okay? So that's fine. The young ones will decide if they're doing the adults or they're doing the young reps. We know we're doing the adult reps. And then we'll finish with 4 minutes of core and we're done. Okay? So the first one we're going to do is 20 chest to ball push-ups. All right, ready? Here we go.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Alright, that's that one.
Like this.
Alright, so we're gonna, that's right, Max. We're gonna go back like this 20 times now, right?
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah.
The knees.
Alright, what's that?
Wait, wiper.
Okay, between the knees.
I don't know that.
And it's 1 per side, right?
2 to make 1.
Oh, 2.
So you gotta go this, and this is 1. 1. But we only got 10 to do, right?
Oh, okay.
2. 3.
Rolling ball slam. Oh, so this one.
This is Grandma's favorite,
Put up
the rolling ball slam.
You take the ball.
Okay,
Give up.
rolling ball slam.
Oh boy.
And you can go to the kids one. You can go to the kids one sometimes if you want,
Wait,
right?
the next one.
The kids number.
It's 8. Can you
So 12.
Oh, okay.
The next one is that
One left.
Those are the guys who picked it up.
What's the next one? Lunge. So I think you're with us, miss. We'll start this one together. Okay, so this one's this one. One. So you go over that support leg, right? 2. How many do we have? 10. So 2 to make 1. 10 on each side. 2. 2. 3. 3.
Okay, what's the next one? Single leg deadlift. You know what it is? I think it's like this for your phone that I have no idea. Single leg. Ow.
Okay, what's next, guys?
Single leg deadlift.
Single leg deadlift. All right. Here we go. And curl.
Oh, right.
For 2 to make 1, right? 2 equals 1. Equals 1.
What?
So that's 1. 2. 2. 3. 3.
What's that one?
Okay. Awesome. Alright, so that's the one where we toss it up, catch it here. And then toss it up and catch it here. So your arms bent, right? Okay, ready?
Ready.
Now we go over here where there's no light. Okay. So you catch it in the curl.
No.
20.
20.
No, when I'm pulling it up, it's my face and yet I'm using the lighter one.
Ah!
Ow. So you're supposed to fit with the wrist. No, you're supposed to go up.
Ah!
This thing, I threw it and it hit my nose.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do it and then it fell on my TV.
Oh, be careful. Safety first, right, guys? You don't want to get hurt.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so me, this is that jump where I pick it up, slam it back where I started, right? How many of those do we have? 10. So 10 each side. Okay, so I'm going to grab it like this, spring to the side, turn, slam it. Okay? And then I'm going to come back the other way. Spring to the side, turn, slam it. Okay? Pick it up, jump to the side, slam it. And then I'm going to come back the other side.
I don't know how to do it.
strong body. How you doing, Missy? So we just wait for the last one to finish before we go, right? Because we're a team today. All right, so we got 20, so 10 on each side. Chops, right?
Mom said no, it's wrong.
2, 4, 5, 6.
Mom said it was wrong.
You gotta be both sides.
I was doing it and then I was like, no, it's still wrong. So put it
Okay, chop up and down. Like a sledge. So that's this one. 1, 2. Take it. So we good? 20 of those. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Horizontal, babe. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoa.
Because you're supposed to be doing 9.
All right, ball slam. On our knees. How many you got? 20. 20. Slam. Okay, here we go.
What's the next one?
Sit, toss, and catch, and then we're going to go down to our back. Toss, and catch. And how many do we have? 20. 20. 2, 3. Ouch.
Two to make one.
No.
Okay, done.
Oh, okay. Then that's it.
Wait, what? I thought it was 2 to make 1.
No,
No, it was 1.
What about when you're still doing?
because I'm only on 18.
That's how we.
19.
No, that's what I thought, but then I heard not the same one. 2, 3, 4, 5, so I just, oh, well, I thought it was 2 to make 1.
Okay,
No,
miss.
because I heard it today.
Look at that trim figure that misses you. Wow.
Okay, watch the next one.
Okay, last one on this. Alright, so that's the sumo. And we got 20, right? Oh, I didn't put a number there. Go 15, and we'll go 12 for you guys, okay? Okay, so there and back is 1, right? 2. Okay, so we're in sumo. Okay, I'm gonna go up over my head, bring it back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay in sumo if you can. 6,
This is too easy, Matt. It took my ball away.
10, set the time.
Why do you go like this? Throw it. Why don't you go like this, right? Not like this.
So you take a 2-minute break, and then we'll start our core. Okay?
Okay.
Get your breath a little bit. I'll set the time.
What are we doing now?
Alright. We're golden. So first one, guys, is that rocker ball. So that's going to be here or here if you can, right? For 50 seconds. Ready? Okay, so I'm going to rock.
What?
Just hold it on your chest or over your head if you can. It's a little harder when you go like this, right? Then rest when you need to, because there's no rest built into this one. And your core gets pretty tired. So the next one we're going to ball catch. Same movement, except I'm going to crunch my knees to the ball and then I'm going to push it up in the air.
Oh.
Alright, so this one, same thing, right? I'm going to go boom, boom, boom. Shoot my legs out, catch it, bring my ball to my knee, shoot them out, catch it, rock, 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 around the clock.
Whoa. You sure know where your abdominal muscles are?
Oh, you can feel them. Rest when you need to. Ah. Look, now it's the ball slam on one side.
Don't be on the ground.
I have to. Only because I have to. Otherwise I wouldn't want to, so I just needed the rest. You might go your lighter ball now. It's up to you.
I did.
Oh. What the heck? I don't think you can put the on.
I need to rest in this one for sure.
Okay. Other side.
That one you're supposed to do on the gun, but on a soft one, not on this, on here. Mine's more better.
So rest when you have
Are
to.
you allowed to throw this one on the ground or no?
Just sort of relax, fine. Just watch the balances. When it comes back. What's the next one? Well, that's the middle. Okay. So now we're going to go boom, 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 boom. So try and keep your legs together and then up like this. And then together when you go sideways and then swing them when you come in the middle. Atta girl. That's it.
Good show with the legs. After all that. Good stretch.
Okay, what's next? Oh, that's this one. Alright, so I'm going to go sit up twice, and then I put the ball there. And twice. Ah! And then I'm going to put my knees in the air, come up twice. Come up twice. And then leave the ball between my shins and come up twice. Oh, oh, oh. 1, 2, oh. Holy shit, folks. Ah. 2, 1, 2, oh my shit. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it.
That's the whole thing?
That's it.
Woo! We
We're
did
done.
it!
Missy, nice practice, girl. Max, nice practice, mate.
Well, that was intense, but I gotta say the
Way to go,
end
Sophie.
came really
Nice
quickly.
practice. Nice practice, team. Folks, report card time on our drop ball day. I'll just let Missy take it away. Let me know how her drop ball day went, and then I'll gather my thoughts.
It was a very different kind of practice. A very different kind of practice, I think, unlike anything that we've ever done before. It took a lot of skill, I think, just even in manipulating the ball to perform the moves. So the push-ups, that was probably one of my best. You know, I managed to do 20 without ever putting my knees down.
Nice.
So that felt good. The shoulder toss, I always found those a little bit challenging, lying on our backs and throwing the ball up, especially when we had to bring up our body. Like to throw the ball up and then bring your knees to your chest, that was a really hard one. I guess that was the core one.
Yeah.
The core ones were really hard.
Yeah.
They were really difficult. Okay.
They were a load.
So we had the wiper. So when I first started the wiper with the 25-pound ball, that was really hard. That was before the practice, but that was quite doable with the 10-pound ball. Then we had the lunge forward, and that was a little confusing to me. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to jump with the knee that was in the lunge or the other, but I thought it didn't matter as long as I alternated, did the jump and did the turnaround.
That was just the forward lunge where we just kind of crossed over the support leg.
Right. So I did do that. I crossed over the support leg,
Yeah.
and then I crossed, and it didn't matter to me in the end which leg I used to jump, as long
No, that
as
wasn't
I...
the jump one. That was just
Oh.
the lunge, right?
Oh, okay.
The jump one's coming. That's that knee lateral jump, twist, and slam one, right?
Right.
That's the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
so that was the one. So I think that other one was fairly doable for me.
Right.
The lunge, because of course lunges are sort of one of the things that I do. Then we had the chop ball. I liked that one. That was fun. That felt good. We had the horizontal shoulder press.
We had that single leg deadlift and curl. What'd you think of that
Yeah,
one?
that was good. That was good. I didn't always manage to hold my balance, but I did enough to feel satisfied with myself.
And then we did that curl and toss and caught it in our 90 degree.
Yeah,
and
that
then
also was something that worked well for me.
nice explosive movement there,
Yeah.
right?
And that's one that I tend to have a little bit of a sensitivity in my left elbow. And when we first started the practice beforehand, learning the moves, I found that I had a little niggle there. But in actually doing it, I always find if the alignment is just right on, then I don't have that sensation. So with practice, that becomes more and more possible. Then we had the knee ball
On our knees,
slam.
we did that ball slam.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That one is like really precise because I found to actually get up with my feet not crossed, because I can easily roll and get up with my feet crossed. But to roll and get up with my feet just straight, I need the weight of the ball at a certain spot in the momentum. If I'm a little bit too far back or a little bit too far forward, I miss. So it has to be like really accurate time-wise in terms of the momentum, exactly when I bring that ball forward and how far.
Some athleticism there, right, folks?
Yeah. So that was something that most of the time I got that, and occasionally when I didn't, I understood why, and that was why, because I was slightly off in my timing or in my placement of the ball after the roll. So that was that one. But it's, as you say, I like that one. Again, anything that has me rolling, moving, swinging, that's why I like the chop, right? Okay. Although I can't say I particularly enjoyed rolling on my belly, where I had to use my belly muscles rather. Okay, and then we had, help me.
Sit and back, toss and catch.
Yeah.
Laid on our back and tossed it, and then we sat up and tossed it.
Those are hard. If your feet are off the ground,
Yeah.
that's really hard.
And then we finished with that sumo squat, right?
That went well for me.
Over and then,
that went
tricep
well for
extension.
me. And I like that. I like the tricep extension. I think it's a different kind of movement that we don't do a lot in our daily life. Like we will pick things up from the front, but we don't often move this way from the back. So I like that feeling, and I also enjoy the opportunity to really pinpoint the muscles, the muscle groups that you're using, which you could definitely experience in our core. A lot of lateral core, a lot of the upper core, where I felt the intensity of what we were doing, and probably didn't do it in the most refined manner or the best way to get the most out of it all the time, but I did my best. So in that sense, I'm the winner.
So I find with, whenever we do tire or ball, something that has its own momentum that's not, essentially choreographed. Like if you do, say, a bench press and you're on a back and you're sort of a strict motion, you know what I mean? It's a straight out, straight back. So it's a really powerful for the big muscle. It's not so much for a real life, real world movement, which I find tires, balls, today's practice in particular, incorporates a lot of the finer, smaller muscles that have to coordinate between the big ones, the balance muscles, the kind of catch and bring back so the strength can pick it over. And lots of those kinds of muscles are used in different ways, and they have to be friendly. And I say that over and over and over, right, about having friendly muscles, muscle groups that all like living together in a neighborhood, and they support each other. Just like a good team, teammates support each other, right? And they become successful. And each player has a position, a role, a function, and when you get all that working together, it's pretty unbeatable. And that's what happens with I love these kinds of practices because of that, right? They do tend to bring all the muscles together, right? To function in a real world manner. So like Missy said, it was a different practice for us. There was lots of reps. I think if we go back through and add all those up, we're probably approaching 300 reps or more in this practice, and then finish with that 5-minute core. And I had to stop probably 5 or 6 times and then get back into it because it was a load, the added weight of the ball, and I did drop to the 7 or 8 pound ball there, that green one, after the first couple moves. It just, even that was a load, right? So really functional. I still feel my core under load, sideways, twisting, turning. Totally enjoyed the practice, functional practice. And like you say, it came to an end a little bit sooner than it seemed, right?
Yeah, really.
So, having said that, it's keeper. And any kind words to finish, Miss?
I think one of the reasons why it went so fast was because our minds had to be so engaged in each particular one. Not only because each move was different than our ordinary moves, and also because we had to keep counting. And we also, if we were alternating, which was in the case of the slam and the side-to-side thing, that then you had to also keep track of which knee you would use before. And so there's a lot of alertness that's required, a lot of reactive response that you have to be totally with it, with the demand of the move at every split second. So it kept us so engaged. And that would be my kind words. You know, whenever the mind is completely engaged, at that time there's no suffering. That, you know, when you're held, I'm not saying when your mind is engaged in pain. I won't say that about that part. But what I will say is when your mind is engaged in an activity, when all of your efforts are concentrated in that moment, there's no room left for it to wander here or wander there. You're completely absorbed. In yoga philosophy, there's a term for that. It's called sanyam. When you're so engaged in whatever it is you're focused on, that there could be no interfering thoughts or energies that could distract you from your purpose and intention at that time. So I appreciate that sanyam quality in my life. Another way to say it would be the focus, that absolute focus when you're engaged. The difference with the word engaged is that there's a kind of an interest there. Sometimes when we're focusing, it's just really dry. But when we're engaged, there's something that we're really getting out of it as we're putting our energy into it. So may we all have those demands in our life that bring us to engage ourselves in those things that are really compelling to us, so that we understand the benefit of being completely absorbed in that which we are doing without any interference. And what a good feeling that is. We, in a state like that, are much more likely to accomplish our goal in record time because there's no diversion anywhere on the way. So all the best. May we all know the joy of being engaged in those things which we have chosen for our well-being and success. That's what
And so folks, I did a quick total, and I'd say it came to about 300 reps. So that was pretty cool, right? You get up around 300 reps in 20-25 minutes there, you're doing pretty good. So it was a totally efficient, effective practice, and I move bringing some sunlight into your world and changing the rules on the way we age and sage. Until next time. There we go.